let's say, and that has caused a great stress, not in the region but overall globally. Let's at first start to dive into what has happened, why it has happened, and how it's going to affect the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia, and what it does it mean in the short, mid-term, and long-term in the region. The Wagner Group has been set by a person named Pagarski, and he was born in 1961 or 60, I cannot remember, I think 61 anyway, and he was in jail for 12 years in between 80s and early 90s. And after that, he went back to St. Petersburg, started in restaurant business. I think he was a chef over there, and then in 2000 he has started to set up his own uh, restaurants. Putin liked the cuisine, and he started to give him some tenders, especially within the area of military. I would say category or food tenders. And then in 2014, he has been asked to set up a, let's say, a military group called Wagner. It was basically an indirect influence of Russia in in global, especially in Africa, like in Sudan and in like Ukraine, Georgia, Belarus, or other Central Asia countries. The main purpose is wherever Russia cannot directly go into, they would like to use Wagner Group. This is mainly against the European interests and the American interests. But however, the things has changed with the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia. The Wagner Group has stated that the military elites, including the defense ministry, have set the strategy wrong. They are soft. The strategy should be more set up on aggressive basis, and that's why Russian lives are lost mainly greatly because of this error. Of course, as in a state, these kind of things will not be appreciated by any state members, including Ministry of Defense and also army elites. Therefore, they were against this group. However, he's a close friend of President Putin, so they closed eyes, but they couldn't close forever. So they started to play behind the door. So they give or supply less amino or military equipments, and even last week they set assault according to the Wagner groups. They set an assault, and many lives were lost from the Wagner group because of the Russian attacks. Now, therefore, yesterday he made a riot or rebel against, and he decided to walk to Moscow. But because of, let's say, some, I would say, high elite Russian decision makers or policy elites, they have reached an agreement. The march has been stopped. Now they are pulling back, and the things will be settled, it seems, at least for the short term. But however, I am sure that none of the states will allow any kind of military group with like Wagner to dominate the public opinion or the country's state affairs. Therefore, I am sure that in the short term to mid-term, somehow the Russian state will solve this problem permanently. Meaning either the owner of the Wagner Group will be changed and it will be closed. All right. That will be having a great effect on the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine because of the Wagner Group basically supplies a lot of manpower. So how this is going to affect it, either it will shortcut the duration of the war, or the state military service will enlist or will take more, I will say, soldiers from the community. And this is going to cause more and more fleeing to other countries. So we will choose how Russia will play this out, but I believe we will see the effects by end of the summer much more aggressively. It's based on the decision. They will close it. I'm sure they will close it. I don't know when, but for that they have to also set a new strategy when this war will end. I believe it might cause the war to end closer than anybody can think. In the long term, this gives a more devastating signals for Russia to other countries, because countries like Turkey, who is now investing on military equipment and developments more than ever, will see this as a weakness of Russian state, because Russia, also I have to say it, should not really uh, agree on any terms from dictated by Wagner's, and they should really fight with them. They should have fought with them, even it will cost a life. But yes, that was much more better than these circumstances, because in the long term, the Russian economy will be weakened. This is going to be a lack of, and it is a lack of a Russian army. They need now more manpower if the Ragnar Group will be lost in order to fight in Ukraine. If they will choose this and the war will be lengthened or prolonged, they will lose more in economic and also lives of Russian, which is going to be hard to compensate forever. And that will be a great weakness that will even weaken more Russian influence in the region and globally, which means that Russia or Turkey will at first have the opportunity or upper hand, at least starting by Syria, Central Asia, especially the Turkic countries. Economic and cultural influence will be even much more, I will say, increased by Turkey, and also in the Black Sea region, Turkey is going to increase its influence even greatly. So that's not a good sign for Russia. And what I see as a likeness also, Russia cannot manage to agree on a permanent strategy. They cannot solve their problems. They don't. I don't know why, but they don't want to solve their problems. They have really great problems, especially in the administration part. Strategy-wise, they have great problems, and they can't solve it. So simply, it might cause the war between Russia and Ukraine to be ended shorter than imagined. I will say maybe in a year we will see that. Hopefully, it will end. It will give signal to other countries like NATO and Turkey that Russia is weakening. Especially Turkey is going to increase its influence at first in Libya and Syria greatly. I would expect Russia to withdraw these areas greatly. And in the Central Asia, Turkey is going to for sure increase its foothold and also influence. Russia will never ever go back from there, but the influence will be weakened. And then it will come to, I will say, how do you call it, to Black Sea region, and there will be more and more even than tension between Russia and Turkey. Let's see what will happen, and we will see if our forecast will be correct or not. If you have any questions or any comments, please write it down in the comment section, and I will come back to you. Have a great day, and let me know about your also perceptions. Thank you very much. Bye bye.